I needed a kidney, I was desperate.
Yeah.
I can call the other one and say, listen, you are my last option. I need a kidney,
So you think you'd get it?
No.
No.
You know when you see something and it reminds you of them and you miss that person, you can't even
Yeah.
pick up your phone and say, dude,
Yeah.
I saw 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Why?
You know?
Why can't you pick up the phone?
Because I was
we're
betrayed.
not friends okay.
All of
Do
a
you
sudden.
know why you guys stopped being friends? Or why she stopped being your friend?
I don't.
Does that bother you?
It does.
You don't?
Do you
I
have...
don't know.
We haven't been friends. I mean, how long can a friendship be on pause for?
You could be avoiding
It's
it.
been years. So,
Mm-hmm.
we are back.
We are black.
This come and we are black. Mysterio, please making me say the wrong thing.
I'm making it starting on a lighter note.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking friendship breakups.
Mm-hmm.
I have had 2 in my life.
2 friendship breakups.
2 friendship breakups. 2 significant friendship breakups. We share one. And my question to everyone is why. And if you watch the first episode, then you'll know that I'm a big wire.
Yeah.
And to me, my question essentially is why, and I'll explain why. I think I take relationships generally very seriously, be it romantic, be it friendly, be it familial. I mean family.
Familiar? Makes sense.
Be it work, right? And if a relationship that is important to me is a relationship that I will fight for. And in my opinion, the 2 friendship breakups that I had were not necessary.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Hey, what do I mean? I mean, it could have been resolved differently.
Okay.
And I was thinking about this before we started recording. I've had 4 major fights with important people in my life. All of them friends. Out of the 4, I'm still friends with 2. The reason I'm friends with the 2 is because of the way that we handled it.
How you resolve the matter.
How we resolved the matter, right?
Unresolved.
What do you mean? And resolved.
Because it was a breakup, it was unresolved.
Well, the 2
right?
that is, we had a breakfast conversation and I still don't understand what he meant. So now we're having a break-up conversation.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's the reason I'm not friends with, I'm not friends with the other 2 is because it wasn't resolved in the way that it needed to.
Also, is it like you're not friends or you're not close anymore?
With the one I'm not friends anymore. With the other one, I'm not friends with either. I can still call if I needed a kidney, I was desperate.
Yeah.
I can call the other one and say, listen, you are my last option. I need a kidney.
So you think you'd get it?
No.
No.
So my thing is, when you say it's a breakup, did you talk about it or did you just decide I'm no longer going to talk to this person?
We had a conversation that implied we're not going to talk anymore. It implied, and I hate that. It implied that we are no longer friends. It was not a we are no longer friends.
That sounds like fuck. You know when you're in a relationship and things are not good, you're like, yeah, fuck it, I'm done.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's not like we're breaking up.
Yeah.
It's over between you and I.
Is it over or is it unresolved?
That's a good question. But I know it's over because we haven't been friends. I mean, how long can a friendship be on pause for?
You could be avoiding
It's been years.
You guys are avoiding it. You don't want to deal with it. You
No,
think it's
actually
too much.
not. Actually not. I tried calling one of them. Well, I've called both of them because I have a proper letting go issue and I need to see a therapist about this, and I'm being very serious.
This
Yeah.
is
I
your
cannot
therapy. I
let
told you.
go. Hey?
This is your therapy.
Yeah, and I've actually learned so much already.
Yeah.
I struggle to let go. I struggle to cut off. And the reason for that is because and I had again this conversation with my brother where I said, we had the conversation about loving and unloving. If I say I love you, I mean it. And if I love you, I love you forever.
Okay.
I can never unlove. I do not understand personally the concept of unloving, because if ka o rata, can't undo that.
I can't stop it. You can't switch it off.
Yeah, if anything, I will learn to love you from afar because I have to, because I don't have a choice. If it was up to me, I would love you actively. But because of circumstance and situation, I have to respect certain boundaries that are put in place for us to be able to, if it's move forward in the ways that we need to. But I'm a big lover, so, and I love these two friends that I've lost, but I can't love them actively. So the whole unresolved thing is, it's not unresolved per se. It's not unresolved per se because I spoke to both of them. These are the two friends that I've lost out of the 4. The other 2 I still have. The 2 that I've lost, one of them, I think we're kind of good. He was a childhood friend, and honestly, in my opinion, the reason we're not friends anymore is stupid. But that's maybe me not acknowledging the other person's experience.
Yeah.
And with the girl, that one I also tried to resolve, but it did not end well. Even in me trying to resolve it, because I could see that she's not at a place where she's ready to resolve it, if ever. Which is what I struggle with, because I'm like, it's been so many years. Yeah. And I personally don't think I was wrong.
Okay.
You know?
But you see, that's where the problem lies.
Okay.
Wrong and right. It's like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but also I think I'm being realistic, but excuse me, I cannot be a fair judge because...
But also 2 realities can coexist at the same time, simultaneously.
True.
So you can be real, and she can also feel like she's...
So you're both right, or you're both wrong, but like you're not attending to the issue.
Coexisting is acknowledging both existences.
And making it work.
I think that's another aspect, making it work.
What I'm scared of is making myself look like the right one, and the I don't, not the victim, but the one who's tried to make things right and then painting the other party
like the bad person.
Yeah,
I know for a fact. For me, my friendship, she was the bad guy. I've decided I'm never the wrong one.
I love how decisive she is.
No, like I've really decided there's no way, because
Why?
like I did absolutely nothing wrong. I did not deserve that treatment.
What happened?
That was the biggest heartbreak of my life.
Imagine a friendship
Like,
one.
yeah.
How long was the friendship?
From 2010. I think I was, yeah.
Mind you, I met her through
the
that
specific
friendship, and we've managed to become really good friends. And without that one, but
Okay.
going.
Yeah. So I think
Wow.
2013.
Maybe she also feels betrayed where she is.
No, we don't care about her feelings.
Because you guys went on. Maybe because you guys went on with your friendship. I know that's a thing.
I said what I said. No, she's speaking as I think someone who's still hurt.
I'm still very hurt. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I know I'm still hurt because, you know, when you see something and it reminds you of them and you miss that person, you can't even pick up your phone and say, "Dude, I saw 1, 2, 3."
Why?
You know?
Why can't you pick up the phone?
Because I was
we're
betrayed.
Not friends she has her
for
own
me,
reasons.
I felt I was betrayed.
You were saying though what the situation.
This was my closest friend. I felt this person was my soulmate. I felt...
It's so crazy. I felt the same way.
Right? And yeah, it made sense. But also maybe that's a mask.
Maybe her side.
Yeah, I'm changing my personality to please the next person with whoever it is I meet. You know what I mean?
I mean, we've established in the first conversation that we had that you can do that, but then I also felt at some point that she was, I don't want to say a soulmate, but very close.
Yeah. For me, she was that. And, you know, I share my deepest, darkest secrets. We spent so much time together. It was great. It was always a good time when we met. And then all of a sudden, there was like a whole shift, like 180. Like, I don't even know this person. My calls are not answered. Like,
all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I think you need to explain that all of a
Do
sudden.
you know why you guys stopped being friends? Or why she stopped being your friend?
I don't.
Does that bother you?
It does.
You don't?
Do you have...
I don't know. I don't know what I did that was wrong that made her act the way she did. Like, she posted stuff about me. Things I only shared with her. And she blasted it out for the whole wide world to see. Yeah. No, like, really, she posted it. I remember that day when I woke up. It was my birthday.
Oh, my God.
I still have birthday trauma.
Because of that?
Yeah. I hate it.
What's your birthday trauma?
She posted about me.
No, but like when your birthday comes up.
I don't want to celebrate it. I don't even want to post about it. I don't want anything to do with my birthday.
Because of that event.
Incident, yeah.
Okay.
Does she know?
I remember my phone was... I don't think she cares.
Does she know?
That's not what I'm asking.
No. We've never talked about it. Like how you say you can confront a situation and talk about it. I don't do that. I literally just let it be. I'm avoidant. So I just left it. And that was it. But basically what happened, she posted about me. I got like 7 different calls from 7 different people asking why this person is posting. Because I think everybody knew that she was talking about me because we were that close.
Yeah.
They're like, what's this about? Are you guys okay? You know, and I'm like, yeah, I got overwhelmed. I literally deleted and blocked everybody that called me that day. At some point, you were blocked and deleted.
Me? Really?
Yeah.
So when did I get on? I did not know this.
I know. No, because I obviously reassessed the whole situation. I felt like I was overreacting.
Okay.
My fight with her is not your fight. With
Yeah.
me, right? But yeah, at some point, I didn't want to talk to anybody that was associated with her because it was a constant reminder that she hurt me.
So how did it make you feel when this friend that you are very loyal to essentially betrayed you? Because I'll go back to this, or I'll say this. I treat friendships and relationships the same way.
Friendships are relationships.
I treat romantic friendships and romantic. Yeah, hey, that look like what? I treat romantic relationships and friendly relationships as the same thing. I take them that seriously, and that is why my family know who my friends are. Knows whatever the correct English is. I spoke about knowing the English, and now I keep saying the wrong things.
They know.
I'm not saying
they don't know.
They don't know.
If you are my friend, my family will know you, and that is because if you're my friend, you're my family.
Like my friends are the family I choose.
Exactly. And I take that as seriously as a family I did not choose. So when my friend betrays me, it hurts just as much as a boyfriend would.
For me, it was worse because I don't expect that from my friend. I'm sorry, I don't trust men. So I'm there's always that room for disappointment.
Yeah.
But I'm not expecting it from my friend.
Yeah.
You understand?
Because that's supposed to be a safe space more than anything.
And for the longest time, it felt like such a safe space.
It's like she birthed an elephant and left it in the room.
Mm.
And then carried on with the conversation.
I don't trust men.
I don't trust men. Boom.
No, but what I mean is with men, with like romantic relationships, I'm expecting like there's that room for disappointment, like it could end or he could do this.
I get that.
But with my friend,
yeah, because that's supposed to be your sister, and your relationship with your sister is never supposed to end, essentially.
Yeah, I know. So that friendship ended. I don't think we never tried to resolve anything. I never tried to reach out. I never tried to call. After I saw the posts, I just blocked.
Immediately.
Yeah.
That's what I need to learn because I can't let things go. I struggle.
I master the art of letting go.
Wow.
It's so easy.
Please, choir, sing.
I'm so sorry.
We agree that you can't.
I think both have their own, positives.
And they also have negatives.
For me, listening to you guys right now as a, non-involved person, I hear how both can be resolved. And I hear how, this one retracts, truly retracts, you
try too much.
You try to fix, and maybe you damage by trying too much.
Really?
Maybe.
Can you damage by trying to fix?
Yes.
You can.
Can I put too much cement and now
you try to fix
the house is not balanced?
You try to fix your way.
Yes.
You forget that there's two people.
Yes.
That is my problem.
But also trying to fix, you're putting in a lot of effort. It's hard
I'm
labor
trying,
on you, emotional labor.
Right? Yes.
So it's exhausting. It's taking its toll
She's
on you.
validating.
You must want to do it. You must want to still keep it. You must want
But
to.
I do. It's the other party that's not playing
Yeah.
or coming to the party.
But that's why I always talk about it's an unresolved situation.
Do you think there's an amicable way of breaking up with friends?
Yes, there is. I did not break up with this one friend, this other one. So we were best friends. And I've always been like this, and I think it's a bit problematic.
Amicable way to break up.
Hey?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think there is. Like I said, I'm a
Have
very
you guys
big...
ever broken up with a
Have
friend?
I ever broken up with a friend?
Amicably?
I think that's what it is for me as well. When you break up with, as said, a sister,
Yeah.
a brother, your blood, how do you do that amicably? How did you get to that point in the first place?
I don't know. I'm asking. That's
Does
what I
that
wanna know.
happen?
I think it does. You realize your differences because there's two. I think in my world there's two types of friendship breakups. There's the we fought and whatever.
Yeah, folk.
Yeah, each his own. And then there's a you know what, we can see this is
You guys have a conversation.
yeah, you have it's all working out. And
Okay.
that's where I always relate romantic and friendly as the same thing because they both mean that much to me. My boyfriend will mean as much to me as my friend because I take both of you that seriously, you know. So there is the ones where you can see man, and I actually have one now. You know her too. I have one now where I can just see her.
Have you had the conversation with her?
No, actually yes, because something happened. Something big happened, and I was not happy about it. And I did not like how she treated it. She might know as well.
Now all your friends are gonna wonder.
Oh, well, if they don't ask me, I will tell. Is that me? No, my friends know. You know. So there is a whole we can because I am the let's talk about it if we're not because I never like to be left hanging.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I will never leave somebody else
Hanging.
hanging. I want to know. I want to understand. I need to know why.
So you're the kind of person who's gonna send a paragraph.
Yes.
Go Luma.
And I hate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
No, I low-key hate that about myself because part of me feels like people don't care.
People really don't care.
People
yeah?
don't care.
Like, no, there's no way.
And for me, it's a thing of maybe I'm just caring about the wrong people because people
And I think that's
care.
where we're different. I if you come to me and talk to me, I'll respond. But I'm so
Yeah.
passive. I don't see why I need to talk about it. If you hurt my feelings, I don't have to tell you.
Yes, you see, I can't.
I'm gonna leave you. Like, okay, fine. You keep hurting my feelings. Sharp. I'm done.
I can't, even with a boyfriend. No, I'm not experiencing it now, but you can hurt me 5 million times if I love you. If I love you.
But I love you anyway. The friend that I broke up with, I love her still
Do you
to
still?
this day.
Oh, we're the
Like
same.
I still like korata ka pelo ka eyo.
Kikini.
All of me. Every single I
Really?
would. Like if she called me today and said, "Dude, I
I
need
need
you
a
to do 1, 2,
kidney.
3," I would literally go there running. But I know that I'm not sharp. I know I'm crazy, but but my thing is, I know that we're not friends now, and it's okay.
Do you hope you become friends again?
It'd be difficult for me to trust her.
Yeah, because once you can't put back together a broken glass.
What did she do?
She broke the trust.
How?
She done broke the trust.
I'm thinking of one, and
Yeah?
that's like the most common one.
You think it's a man involved?
Yes.
No. Unfortunately, I wish there was, but unfortunately not.
Yeah, even for me, there was.
I think with the guy there was a girl involved.
Yeah, with mine. Yeah, with the guy,
There
there
was
was
a
a girl.
But also,
With my
Kia, why are you
childhood
friends with
friend.
males? Why would you want to money?
Big. I'm gonna be honest. I think I get along better with men.
Why?
I have a lot more male friends than I do. I think female.
Do you think there are
Which is
boundaries with
crazy.
your friendships when they start seeing people?
Why not
Or when
know
you
she
start
man?
having a boyfriend? I have no male friends.
Do you not have male friends
No,
like at all?
at all. There are a lot of guys that I know, like acquaintance, but I don't have a friend.
Let me think about it. Because you are right. There's friends, there's acquaintance, there's people I know. Acquaintances, we can chat. Do I have? I have male friends. No.
Can I
have male
ask?
friends.
Hello.
Yes.
What is the difference between a friend and an acquaintance?
For me, a friend is. I definitely have male friends. A friend is. We can talk about anything, man. It's cool, you know. I can. With my male friends anyway. We can talk about anything. It's chill vibes. There's still that level of respect and the boundaries. I know, especially if my male friends are in relationships, I will respect the fact that you are in a relationship, and I will not, because there's heterosexual friendships generally are tricky. I think. So you always need to put in some subliminal, clear boundaries of how far we can go. Obviously, we can't get intimate. We can't touch each other in funny ways. The confusing part or the blurry part always comes with maybe the conversation, because I have been called out for being a little too flirty.
Yeah.
I think I'm just being nice, you know. Ooh, he does not agree.
So, okay. You've been called out to be too flirty. You
Yeah.
think you're being nice. So what's the conclusion? You are?
Nice.
Okay.
Because I'm not flirting.
You have decided.
No, yeah. Like today would say, I have decided. I know I'm not flirting.
So you're not taking the flirt?
I'm not flirting. I'm nice. I'm a caring person.
Okay.
I'd like to think. So I'm not flirting. And I mean, if the guy sees it as flirting, then I don't want to say that's his problem, but that's his problem. I'm not flirting with you. Only because I know when I like a guy. I'm very clear about it. I hate this about me, and my mama ain't gonna be happy. But if I like a guy, he gonna know.
Ooh.
You know? If I may not immediately tell you that I like you. Yeah, and that's how girls are, you know. I mean, I'll probably talk to you more. I'll be intentionally flirtatious, you know. But apparently my niceness can be misunderstood also as being flirtatious, because I also have a tendency, I don't want to say apparently because I think I see it too, of being a little too comfortable. So I may have a boundary problem as well. So I have been called out for being too flirty, and I can see it. It is right.
So you agree?
Yes. I'm not... I agree because I can see why it's being flirtatious, but I'm not being flirtatious.
That's not your intention.
No, it's not my intention. So I will never be mad at my male friends' girlfriends not liking me.
Yeah.
Because she's too comfortable, you know.
For me, that's a deal breaker.
A man who has female
Because I
friends.
don't have male friends.
Really?
And it's intentional.
Oh.
Every man that I've met that's been friendly
What's the
to me,
intent?
to not have male friends.
Why?
Yeah.
Because
why?
bottom fast at the end of the day.
Yes! Yes, you know they're going to like you either way.
No, because I'm like, dude, like I am really such a great person.
I love that so much. I
So
love
she
that you know
acknowledged it.
that.
She
I
No,
love
like
that
I
you
really
know
am.
that.
Like you see me and you think, oh, she's so pretty.
She acknowledged
And then when
it.
you start talking to me, oh, there's substance.
so-
There's somebody there. So like that's the thing. So as a guy, you're a man. Like you're gonna catch feelings eventually. And like you're
Wow.
saying, you're too friendly. I'm too nice. I can be that too. And next thing you know, we're crossing boundaries. I'm not gonna tell you don't do that.
Eh,
stop
but
you.
nah.
Okay, I will stop you.
I wouldn't. So I'm choosing to not have male friends.
Okay, because you
Yeah,
know
nah.
how far your boundaries can take you. Yeah, see, I
Okay.
can stop it.
It's all in knowing yourself, I guess.
Yeah, I can stop it, but I can see why, if I was in a relationship, why it wouldn't work. My boyfriend would not be comfortable with me being as comfortable as I am with my male friends.
So what do
And
you do
for
then?
me, I have to...
Take a break.
No, I'm not gonna end a friendship because my boyfriend is not happy
Okay.
or has insecurities, but I will dial it back
Okay.
in respect for my relationship. Mara, if I'm not in a relationship, I still have to respect his relationship if he's in a relationship. And if he's not in a relationship, I have to respect the friendship. There are things that heterosexual friends can do, and there are things that heterosexual friends can't do,
Yeah.
you know?
But realistically speaking, you know you've done something you were not supposed to do with your friend.
Do I have a male friend that I've done something that I was not supposed
Or you crossed the boundary. Even if the boundaries were not clear or like they were not said. Le cross the boundary.
I want to say no.
Do you know this person?
No, I don't even know any of them.
She's like, girl, if you say no, I know. You can say
I
no,
really
but
don't.
I
No,
know.
I don't. But I know there's always that friend that you cross the like.
I always try to make the boundaries clear, because I'm also like I've always said I will communicate if I like you.
How did your last relationship start?
My relationship?
Were you not friends?
relationships- Not really, no.
Okay.
And that's why I said, in retrospect,
Yeah.
if him and I started as friends,
You think it could have
I don't think it could have ended up as a relationship.
Makes sense.
Repapile.
Okay.
Rejahile.
So are you saying that there are some of your friends that you get into a relationship with? Or at least one?
I would not get into any romantic relationship with any of my male friends.
Don't you guys
I'm
think
lying,
that
actually.
a relationship should start with a friendship?
Yes, I do. Mara, it starts as a friendship with the intention. I think intention also matters.
Yeah.
It starts as a friendship with the intention of getting or becoming bigger than that, you know?
But like Tuli said now, Hori, she can't be friends with the guy because she knows.
Yeah,
So
no. The
how-
friendship will come after. Yeah. After I still get a sharp
Yeah, but
Can't
like,
even.
okay,
It's true.
okay.
Struz Bob.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking is, don't you think that's why they don't last? As long
Oh,
as
my relationship's lost.
What's been your longest?
5 years.
That's long. Why? How did you deal with that breakup? You
But like,
what's been my longest? I'm so embarrassed.
are you single now?
No.
Oh,
What's been your longest? I don't
I
want
said
him
I
to
know. I
ask you
said
any
ask
further
me,
questions.
but I didn't
No,
mean
you know
actually
why?
ask me.
the only reason why I'm asking
Yeah?
is because, like, you know, that there could be like a common like pattern
Yeah.
as to why they don't last.
They don't
It's
last.
like the way you
Yeah.
start them.
Yeah.
You know, so you start them koma felong and then build the relationship afterwards.
Yeah.
And then,
Marokas Tommy Ndluka roof. With our foundation.
But lelo thoma ka roof.
So are you saying the foundation of a relationship should be the friendship?
In my opinion.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Don't you think that's what it should be?
Honestly, if we're choosing to be in a romantic relationship, we can build the friendship from there.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're choosing to be exclusive, like, you know, when you're starting out and you're dating, you can see, oh, I can get along with this person.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have to start being your friend for like 3 months first before we get into a relationship.
And then Tato's question now kicks in. What's the difference between a friend and an acquaintance? Because
Yeah,
when
she
you
didn't
say
answer that.
when you say get along,
Yeah.
I mean get along is anything.
It's very vague, ne?
It's anything. I'm getting along with you guys right now. Are we
Yeah.
friends?
Of course. What do you mean?
You know.
I'm kidding. No.
You know.
So for me, an acquaintance is like, it's either somebody you see like a lot of times. You either work together or you
That's a
meet.
colleague.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you're getting technical.
It is technical.
Okay, but an acquaintance, look up and say something.
You get along as something.
Yes.
Mara already told
Halidi
me.
told me.
I get it.
It's not somebody you will confide in or like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
share your deepest, darkest secrets
Yeah.
with. Like, it's always just small talk. How's the weather?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then a friend is somebody you trust. Like, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, not for me. An acquaintance is we just talk about basic stuff,
Yeah.
and I won't miss you if you're not there.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. That's an acquaintance. And then a friend is my family, man. Can you live without your family? I can't.
Yeah.
You know, a chomike family monna at least, and family yaga easily chomizaga. You know, so a friend to me becomes a part of me, and maybe that is my problem because maybe I take friendships too seriously. But that's why my mom used to say all the time. I'll never forget. She still says it. Hore, you always need to be careful because you have friends that are here for a reason. I mean, this is something that's commonly known. You have friends that are here for a reason, and then you have friends that are here for a season. And I think she used to tell me that because she could see how passionate up I was. Everyone, yo, mama, kajiko,
Yeah.
ke chomi yaka. Ke tlhakane le tuli today. It's ke chomi yaka mpia ke tuli. Kabushu, tato ke, and because I was a very friend person, I think loved the idea maybe of like relationships and like having people in your circle. But the older I grow, the more I realize, Khore, you're not my friend.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, with the two friendship heartbreaks, because friendship heartbreak is a real thing.
It happens.
With my first one,
Yeah.
it took me 3 years with the guy. He was a childhood friend.
Yeah.
It took me 3 years
To get over it.
to get over it.
Okay.
To a point where my family thought I actually had a crush on this guy, and I liked him, and I wanted him to be more than just
Just a
my
friend.
and not just my family, everyone around me. my brother can testify to that. He also thought I liked this guy romantically. And I will confidently say, I never liked that guy romantically.
Yeah, he was your
He
friend.
was my brother. Oh, you think so too? You're giving me the looks. You think so too? You see what I mean, though? What everyone around me thought I liked this guy more than just as a
Friendship.
friend.
If I think
Friendship.
talking about, if I, are you talking about?
The guy you think I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm.
Don't you?
No.
Wow, that's
I
how I
will
understand it.
confidently
That's
say
how
I
I
did not
understand
want
it.
that man romantically. That man was my brother.
Oh.
I've known that man
Yeah,
from
that's true.
childhood. You don't I don't just disconnect from him, you know. And what hurt me the most, because you I mean, people separate all the time. What hurt me the most was that we broke up because of a girl. Come on. That for me feels...
But priorities change.
And I hate that, because
They
why
really
do your
do.
priorities have to change because you met someone new? When I don't think I'm bad for you. I know it's what I think, but
But you're
I
being
don't think
selfish,
I'm bad
dear. What
for
about
you.
him?
So he thinks I'm bad for him.
He doesn't think you're bad for him, but you like.
I don't fit in the picture.
Yeah, holy God.
That was hard for me to accept.
accept.
It was extremely hard for that, and that's why it took me that long. Because this is, you know, and that's why I go back to the whole, I take my relationship seriously. So when it has to end, it's hard for me. And that's what I have to learn, Hori. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to last. And I always approach my relationships as things that are going to last. And that's why even my relationship took me so long to get over. It was a short relationship. It was a very short relationship. But it took me more than 3 times the duration of that relationship to get over it.
Yeah.
Because I took it so seriously. Do you understand what I mean? So even with the friend, it was for me like, are we really ending because of this? Are we really ending because you met someone new? You've known me your whole life. You've known this person for 2 years. Not even 2 years at the time.
There's a difference between a girlfriend
I was
and a
rambling.
girlfriend.
Yeah. Or a girlfriend and a girlfriend.
And I mean, look at now. How long have they been together?
I don't know how to stay still together. I wonder. I think they are. And that was a very emotional
That's
response.
spicy.
That was.
Spicy.
Maybe you're not over it like you
Response.
think you are.
Hey?
Maybe you're not over it like you
I
think you
am.
are.
I am.
Okay.
It doesn't affect me because I used to talk about it and cry.
Okay.
I used to think about it and cry, even with the other friendship.
Yeah.
I used to think about it.
I know I'm not
and
over it.
feel
I'm
very
not
sad.
crying because I don't
But
I
know.
you're
hope
still
these people
hurting.
watch this
I'm still
podcast
hurting.
and like, oh, is that what it was? And then like find it in their heart to forgive you guys and you guys can be friends again.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
well, this is not an indirect apology or an indirect let's fix things.
wow.
No,
Yeah,
it's
no,
a
for me it's not
conversation
gonna
about
happen.
I think I
friendship
spoiled
breakups.
things now.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have mentioned
No,
it.
it's not.
You should have said it afterwards.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
afterwards.
lie. It's not an indirect. What am I apologizing for? What are you apologizing for?
No,
There's
no,
nothing
no.
to apologize
No,
for.
but they could be like, see you from another perspective and be like, oh, okay. Yo, Kia, what's
No,
up?
then that's them.
Girl.
Because I'm not apologizing for anything. Because if I had to apologize for anything, I have already apologized for it. And I'm not going to come on here and apologize because I feel like I've done what I felt I needed to do to make things right. And that's why I approached our common denominator.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to fix things. Because it involved another friend. Against that other friend's will. I told the other friend after the fact, but I went against it. No, and I tried to fix it with the other friend, and it backfired. You know, so there's nothing more that I can do.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot for me
But-
to get to this point because I'm at a point where I feel like I've done everything I can do. Literally everyone around is like, Zozo, really? Even now,
Usalida.
really? Get over it.
No, it's not that easy.
It's not, but you have to get to a point where it gets that easy because then you only end up hurting yourself. Because what I've learned now, like I said, people don't care.
Yeah.
People move on.
They really
People do
don't.
not cling on to things like we do. And I need to learn how to, it's gonna hurt, and it does hurt, but move on.
I don't think I cling on to things.
What is it?
I don't even have a lot of friends. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't do well in like groups and, right? So if I have, like, if Kia's my friend, you're my only friend, and you're all I care about. If this person is my person, they're like, I'm a one-person person, if that makes sense. So if I'm
I wish there was a song about that.
I'm a one person. I'm a one man.
One
So,
person.
I'm a one friend.
One person.
I really am. So for me, I've let go of so many things in my life. I've let go of so many friends that did nothing wrong. Or maybe they thought they were my friend, but I wasn't attached. But this specific person.
That one hurt you.
This specific... I can't even make friends after that.
Really?
You know what's amazing? How the guys are quiet because we can't relate.
Is that the reason?
So guys don't break up. Friendship because
I know for a fact they do.
they just don't talk about it.
And also, guys, like in our friendships, we have like distance and space,
Okay.
and we understand the distance and the space.
Yeah.
It's part of the relationship.
Also, we are not a representative of all women.
Yes.
Because I think we...
We're just very emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about specific people that you
Yeah,
guys know.
I think we are not a representative of the majority of women. I can speak for myself when I say I'm probably a small percentage of the larger group of women representative, because I'm extremely emotional to a point where I think it's problematic for some people. Because I was actually going to ask you, how did it make you feel when that friendship ended and the way that it ended? And I'm like that. I have a friend who knows how do you feel about, that's my thing.
You want to know
Because
how
I always
felt.
want to understand. I'm a feelings person. So no, we are not a representative of the larger majority or the greater majority. I don't think we are exceptions either, but 5%
Yeah.
or 10%.
How did it make me feel? Devastated. Like I withdrew. I isolated myself after that. Like I was broken. Like I was in shambles. Because I feel like part of my character was built
From that
from
hurt.
that. Yeah.
Do you think a good person came out of that? Of
No.
you?
I'm just very skeptical of people now. I don't need people anymore.
So the loss was not for the better. Were there any lessons from it?
It was just terrible. It was a bad thing. It shouldn't have happened.
And that's okay. I think she's allowed to feel that way, because
What am I learning?
not
No.
all
That you
losses
can't-
are lessons.
Because I don't want to learn that I can't trust people. I don't want to learn that people can change like out of the blue. Because then I won't trust people at all.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
not a good-
okay.
I don't think that's a good thing. But also, like, the topic of this thing is like friendship breakups. You should, like, also maybe try to lean towards friendship makeups. Thank you.
Friendship what?
Makeups.
Makeups. Because, like, you know, we're discussing a problem. So we need to also discuss
The solution.
the solution.
Not all problems have solutions.
It's not that.
Yo.
That's what I struggle with.
It can't
I call
always
it
be
that.
like
Negative.
that.
All the pink baggers, bean baggers, I tried.
Yo, guys, let's have this conversation. Apparently, pink beanbag is not the name that we need
All
to
the
be
baggers-
going with,
The
because
baggers.
we
The
always
baggers.
end up with pink bag. I
All
don't
the
know where the
baggers.
bean is,
But
All
it's
the
just bag.
baggers.
but it's gone.
I tried.
Yeah, no, I don't think every loss has to be recovered or resolved.
Look, it can be resolved in a way that you guys separate, but like you guys at least spoke about it, and you both know
You
the
know why
feelings,
it's
and then
ended.
you separate.
That's
That's
fair.
that's.
Here's what I'm learning. You see, with the incident of you're not my friend, I could have chosen to not say anything about it, and we would have never spoken again, like we speak now.
She's referring to something that we talked about. Where do you want to say it?
You can say it.
She, correct me if I'm wrong. You, I think, wanted to know if we were friends or how I relate to you.
Okay,
And I, in the moment, did not really relate to you as a friend, because that's not how I felt in the moment. And I'm not going to call you my friend if I don't feel like if I don't feel like we're friends, if I don't relate to you as friends.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were having the conversation, I did say, I don't particularly right now feel like
We're friends.
and I did not want to deceive you or make you feel like we are that's deception, we are something that we're not, so I wanted to be very honest with that, because I take the friend title very seriously, and it hurt you when I said it.
So my thing is, I could have chosen to like never talk to you again. You're not my friend. We have nothing to talk about. But I confronted you and told you how it made me feel, and we resolved that.
We talked about it. Yeah.
So you took me out of my comfort zone of being passive.
How did it
and
feel?
like, I was stupid. I felt stupid. Like, why would she say that? Also, what had happened was you told somebody that no, she's not my friend.
Okay.
And I'm hearing it from the other person and not from you.
Okay.
That's the part that hurt me.
Okay.
And then we had the conversation, and then I said, okay, this is not.
How did you address the situation?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I wasn't happy about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, what did Tuli say to you?
Oh, let me not speak first.
I don't really remember the conversation that well.
She can't speak word for it, but she
Yeah.
essentially was like, this is
What
what
I
heard,
heard,
and this is how I feel
is
about
that how
it.
you feel about me? Like, is that where we're standing? It's like, yeah, we're not friends. And she said it straight, we're not friends. I'm like,
I know what did you say. Oh, she said it to you,
Yeah, her and I had the conversation.
and she told you that you guys are not friends.
yeah.
What did you say?
Oh, okay.
I confront them again.
But like 2 days later,
Okay.
I confronted.
Yeah, later.
I want to know about the confrontation. What did you come back?
No,
to
I
say?
said, what did I say?
She said that it hurt her feelings, and she was not particularly happy with that. And then we had the conversation, and I explained to her why I said what I said and why I feel the way that I felt, and why I felt like we are not necessarily friends in that moment or at that time. And then she responded, and we talked about it.
I want to
exchange
get
is
to...
the core of the friendship breakup.
No,
like,
I want to get to the
thingy,
making
so-
up.
Yes.
Because that was your
and
thing.
the making up, yeah.
So, why can't we as friends have uncomfortable conversations? When you hurt my feelings, why can't I tell you, dude, you hurt my feelings? Why is it so difficult for us to talk about certain things? And even if it's not just you saying I'm not your friend, let's say something about your behavior doesn't sit well with me. Like, every day, I don't like that. I like you as a person, but the things you do, I didn't try to be like. Why can't we have that conversation? Why can't
But
we?
you guys said it. You said it's too difficult. It's
It's
too much
not.
work.
Why
you said
is
it's
it-
too much
It is
work.
difficult, but if it's a friend that you care about, it should. I mean, as difficult as it is, you should still have the conversation. I think it's important.
Do we have those kind of conversations with family?
I try to.
I don't have uncomfortable conversations at all.
At all?
Nice one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to.
At all.
I hear where you're going with this.
I try to, because let me tell you, I do not like being uncomfortable. I do not like being unhappy, and I cannot mask it. It's one of the things I do not like about myself. I cannot hide my discomfort, not uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
I cannot hide
Discomfort.
my discomfort. I cannot hide my unhappiness, because I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and I think it's a weakness to a certain extent, because
But it's also a strength because
it's a
you're
strength and a
vocal about
weakness,
how you
but I
feel.
think it's a weakness more times than it is a strength.
Yeah.
Because people don't care. We said that part, you know. People do not care. So
But also, how do you express, that?
your discomfort with something.
Yeah. Because that's where it lies, the key. Yes,
Use
you
your
get.
tongue in your mouth.
Yes. But how does it land? Are you considerate at that point, or how it's gonna land on the next person's ears and feelings, and are you really considerate about that situation when you express it to them?
I think I try to be, but that me trying to be considerate does not necessarily mean that I'm right, because I think we've established I have a way of seeing things,
Yes.
and I see things in my own way a lot of the time, and I struggle to see it in another person's way, which is something that I'm working on. So the way that I see does not mean it's the right way.
It's the right way.
So I can only see it the best way that I know how, and I can only try and accommodate the other person in the best way that I think will be accommodative to them, but that does not necessarily mean it's the right way. But I am all for uncomfortable conversations. My family
You just
knows
said you
it.
don't like being uncomfortable, but you are.
No, I know the discomfort is the not talking about it for me. The
Really?
discomfort is leaving things unsaid. I can't. When I'm unhappy about something, you will know, because I'm not happy about it, and I don't know how to move forward without addressing it, because it in my mind and my heart in my head, it's something that's unresolved, and I don't know how to move on from stuff left unsaid or stuff left unresolved, because I need to hear some sort of acknowledgement. If I feel like you've wronged me, I need to hear some sort of acknowledgement, and then I need to get some sort of apology. I'm a closure person, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It's one of the things about myself that I really do not like, because ke nyaka closure.
And then
And
what's
my
that
mom shouts at me about it all the time. Hore.
What's that in Gayo?
Yeah, like,
What do you? Why?
It's needed. That's what I was.
It's
trying to
needed?
get to. Yes.
I don't need it. I'm sorry.
I think closure is
Some
important.
kind of.
I really don't need
Look, even if you don't confront the person and you go home and write it in your diary
it. No.
and
That's not enough for me.
burn the
You
paper,
need to know.
some kind of closure is needed.
No. My closure is never talking to you again. It's me blocking you. I've closed that
That's-
chapter. We're done.
Is that
Aye,
healthy?
but mo tshwere-
Keshapo.
Be healthy. We're gonna move on.
Yeah, I move on with
While
it.
I think I understand it though, because you mentioned that you're not going to say it in the moment, but as the process goes, you're going to complain at some point about the
who?
spoon. That big blowout.
No, but then it becomes you know you're angry at me over a spoon.
No,
when you
no,
could've
no.
told me
My-
about the plate and the and the.
You're
and
missing
the
my
fork.
point.
Okay.
My point is, through that process, you hit the car against the garage door. I kept quiet. Now I'm complaining about the spoon. You were processing all those
Yes.
emotions.
Exactly.
So by the time you block and delete,
you know what's uncomfortable for me?
Do you delete?
Yeah. What's
Yeah, but-
uncomfortable for me is talking about things. I don't know how to tell you I don't like what you're doing. But I can pretend I'm okay just to keep the peace.
But how do you move forward from it?
That's the thing.
It's a trauma response. Like it's I'm a people pleaser. Because
So can
It's
we
easier for
acknowledge
me.
that it's not healthy?
it gets me out of
That's-
things.
Okay, so being a people pleaser for you is not necessarily a bad thing, because it keeps you happy and
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah. I don't have to talk about it.
Does you not talking about it help you? Does it never come up again in the future? Because that's my biggest scare about not talking about things.
That
Is
it's
that
gonna
if
come
they
up in the
don't
future.
know, how do you fix something you don't know is broken?
We're never gonna fix it. It's on my own.
So Ozama, you rahela happy.
Does it not affect your next relationships and friendships?
It's on my own.
Happy. Ozama yena hakai
Until.
until. I don't know.
So people,
Yeah, like
you know
go
what
to
you're
my
saying?
own.
You're saying people must come to you and dump their shit, and then you're never gonna address it, and then they move on, and then you're gonna
It's
just
okay.
stay
it's
with
not
it.
okay.
I know it's not. But in my mind, I can live like that. I've lived like that. I live like that.
do you think you grow from every experience?
I do.
And by growth, I mean when you pick your next partner, you're looking for that thing that that person did. And you're saying, nah, it's in way, nah, it's in way, nah.
Yes.
I know how the story ends.
Yeah.
Somebody might trigger past, like, might trigger something because she experienced that very same thing with another
Yeah.
person, and she'd be like,
Yeah. I think I do. Now, in 2023, I'm more intentional about my friendships.
Mhm.
I would take anybody and everybody in, like you say. Like for me, we have a nice conversation. You're my best friend. You are the love of my life. Like, Bona, we're together forever. But now I'm more intentional. I choose the people I want to surround myself with. Because I know that I don't like, for instance, loud people or like a loud friend. I know when I choose Kia as my friend now, we can at least talk about things. I guess she's not gonna talk over me or shout, or you know what I mean. So yes, I feel like with every experience I do grow. I am learning how to speak. It's not easy.
And speak for yourself.
I stand my ground, like Kakona no. I think so. I am growing from
Congrats.
every. Thanks about
Yeah,
it.
that is
But
we
yeah,
need to
I
acknowledge
feel like
that.
I do grow from every experience.
I personally think friendship breakups are not necessary. I think friendship breakups that come from a fight are childish.
Yeah.
Friendship breakups that come from we grew apart is fine. We grow up, we have different interests, we
I don't believe
don't
that.
like the same things, so it's fine.
You don't believe that?
I can
I don't-
accept a friendship. I'll give you a chance. I can accept a friendship breakup that comes from growing apart. I struggle to accept a friendship breakup that comes from a fight because I feel like every fight can be resolved.
Yes.
But the fact that I'm not willing to resolve it means we will never see eye to
Yeah.
eye.
One
So
of
that's
you
what
is
I'm
not
saying.
ready. Yeah.
Hore, even if you feel it's unnecessary because it was a fight, it was necessary because now you see who I really am. We're never seeing eye to eye.
I see who you are, but I still love you, and I want to fix it. So
You want
if
to
you
fix
don't
it,
want to
yeah.
fix it, what does that say about you? About when it comes to our friend? Does it mean
You're really
our
not that
friendship does
important to
not
me.
mean as
Yeah.
much to you as it meant to me?
No.
Then I mean, I guess if that's the case, then we're gonna watch because I'm always gonna keep getting.
And I think
hurt
that's what
in
we
one
need
way or
to
another.
accept. Hore. Even if I didn't hurt you today, like let's say we had a problem and we don't resolve it and we talk again next time. Even if we resolve whatever or we avoid whatever's happening, there's gonna come something else that we're not gonna agree on and we'll never
We
see
have
eye
to
to
address it.
exactly. We can't resolve everything.
Sometimes you being mature in the situation doesn't mean the situation is going to be solved. Because you mature, but I'm not ready. I'm in my feels. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, man. You see,
But
that's
you-
something I feel we can still address.
That
You
I
can
feel
address it.
is
yeah,
immaturity, though.
it's so
On
subjective.
my part.
Yes,
Yes.
it's a key thing.
It's I'm ready to deal with it, so you should be
You
ready
should
to
be
deal
ready
with
as well.
it too.
No, actually, I'm saying I'm ready to deal with it. If when I'm ready to deal with it, you are telling me that you are not ready to deal with it, maybe I'll be patient enough.
See, that's something you won't be. You know?
I like the realization as you were speaking.
Oh
But
gosh, guys, this is so hard.
Yeah.
Relations and people, I think for me personally has been one of the hardest things because I don't think I know how. I'm a love bomber. I either love you or I don't.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem because people don't receive love the same way. And I'm a fan.
Yeah.
You are my boyfriend or I'm a fan because come on, man.
You've got my back.
Yeah, I will give you my heart.
My biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, on an operating table and you need a heart.
Yeah,
Hold me.
that's fine.
Take mine.
I feel you.
If I were, you know. But I guess for me the lesson is one, people aren't always going to relate to you the way that you relate to them. People are not going to love you the way that you love them, and it has to be okay. You have to be okay with it, and people come and go. I think that, like I said when we first started in the first episode, I struggle with death, and death is a loss. So I struggle with loss. I struggle with losing people because I'm always so intentional about the people that I keep in my life that when I lose them, it's hard for me to comprehend it emotionally and mentally because I was not supposed to lose you.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess because I know it's a step forward in dealing with it. It doesn't make it easy.
But that's where it's beautiful, like the whole friendship breakup thing, or like relations. That's where they keep teaching you. You keep
Yeah.
going through whatever it is you experience,
I just don't like the lessons because they're painful.
and it's okay.
I personally don't.
The
feel
fact
like
that you
life
feel
has
pain
to be
shows
so
you're still
hard.
alive. It's good.
yeah.
You're supposed
Pain
to
is
Maybe.
experience.
Why is this about me?
The thing about pain
Not
is
about me.
No.
the thing about
I like what
pain
you're doing. When you speak about it, it's about you. But
Yeah.
when we acknowledge that it's about you, it's
No,
like,
it's
no,
not
it's not about me.
I think this thing is literally exposing all of my weaknesses, and
That's
maybe this is
good.
how I grow as an
That is
individual.
good.
You know,
Yeah.
Nothing
so
wrong.
friendship breakups hurt, but I think they may be necessary. I still think they can be avoided, but maybe, like I said, if we grow apart, it's fine. But if it's because of fight,
But that's you
It
growing
feels
out of that
childish.
situation. Sometimes you're stuck with friends because I want to go home like
it's possible. And it's the same for
Also,
relationships, though. Where sometimes you don't want to leave a certain guy because it's just comfortable. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
And
sense.
you can't imagine anything out of that.
Comfort is a thing, bro.
And
It'll
people like
make
to be
you-
comfortable.
Yep.
True.
People like to
Yep.
be comfortable, and people stay in relationships because they are comfortable.
Yeah.
And they end up compromising so much of themselves and so much of the stuff that they want because they are comfortable, and it just
in
makes
the-
sense.
yeah.
I'm used to this.
And this is how I want it to be forever.
Yeah, because I know this. I know how to handle this. If this changes,
And there's no growth there.
if he starts coming back home at 10 and he
might
used to
have-
come back home at 8,
Yeah.
now it's a problem.
I know.
Because I'm used to him coming back home at 8, you know? And then it's like, oh my gosh, how do we, yeah. So, change. But I don't think growth should affect friendships or relationships that are real.
Sometimes we
That's
outgrow
just
each
me.
other, man.
Yeah, if you outgrow each other because your interests are different and you no longer have the same interests, it's fine. But I
don't-
mean,
it's
na-
not always
na-
interests.
I want to ask.
Love
I
is
want
the
to ask.
foundation.
Sometimes
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
people thing.
Yeah.
We grow as people.
Yeah.
The me that I
This
am
is really
now,
starting to feel like a lesson for me.
Yeah.
the me that I am
We're
now,
coming for you.
compared to the me that I was when I left high school.
Yeah.
The me that them that my friends were compared to the them that they are now. We're not the same.
We're not the
So?
same.
Growth.
Yeah, but with
It's
growth
not
comes
always about.
adaptation,
Yeah,
does
it's
it
not always an interest
Yeah,
thing.
but-
Sometimes we've grown so much that we can't connect anymore.
That I can accept.
Not because we don't like one piece the same anymore, but because it's fine.
Mara, is love not the answer?
No, love isn't everything.
Because I love you enough to accept the new you.
La-
We
I-
grow.
But the new
and
I
you
don't
does
not
not
love
relate
you.
to me anymore.
That.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's when
You
it becomes
understand
a
what I
problem.
mean? Like,
Where
Can
did you?
the new you?
Where
yeah?
did you experience like loss for the first time? And what did you lose, and how did you feel
Okay, the first time I experienced loss,
in your life?
it was death. One of my uncles, not direct uncle, but he was like an uncle to me.
Okay.
But I was
I know
too
who.
young for it to affect me.
Yeah.
Ne? And then the first time when I experienced loss and it affected me, Nelika, a cousin, Saitila Pap,
How old were you?
old. I was maybe I was old, man. I was in my 20s.
Okay, I want like pre-20s.
she says it like she's not in her 20s now.
Yeah, I mean, I was in my early 20s. I was in my
I was in my 20s. Okay.
Yeah, I do sound like I'm saying 30 something. I was in my early 20s. I'm in my late 20s. I was in my early 20s. And that for me, I think, was when loss for the first time was like, what? Really? Because it was my cousin and she were the same age. So it was like, what?
not making
Young
sense.
people don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it sounds very childish, but like that's when the first time I experienced loss and it hurt me. And then it was the friend that I said her name. Yeah, that friend. You know. But that was loss, yeah, death. I feel like, and this is going to sound very bad, death loss for me feels better than
Loss
losing
when the
someone
person
who
is
is
still here.
alive. Because when
Yeah, but
they've
that's what I'm
passed
asking.
on, you know there's nothing you can do. You can't call.
Imagine mourning somebody who's still alive.
Yeah, for me, mourning someone appealing is harder than mourning someone who's passed on because, Pela, I have your phone number. I know where you live.
Yeah.
You know, like I can call you. You might not answer,
But I can
but
still
you're
call you.
accessible.
Yeah.
You're there. You know. So that for me is so much harder to deal with because it's harder to deal with someone that I know I can reach out to whereas there's someone that I know whatever I do I will not. I can only pray to God and hope that through my prayer and talking to you, because death for me is still a weird concept, I will talk to you directly. Then but when someone is still alive, and that's probably why I struggled with my last breakup as well, because and I guess you know, so why
Mara,
can't
ke
I
sao
talk
nya?
to
Ke-
you?
ke- ke sa kae?
I don't want you anymore. And
Also, I'm big on saying accept as if I've accepted situations.
Also,
I
it's
struggle.
not I don't want you. It's like I can't be with you anymore. But
Yeah, you see, that's a whole conversation on its own.
you
You
know,
don't. So it's not that you don't want the person.
yeah,
You just
I
can't
just
be
can't
with
be
them.
with you anymore.
But then, what is love then? That's
But
other-
love-
Okay, I
That's the
think
next
that's
conversation.
yeah. I
yeah,
think it
that's
should
the,
be.
that's the end of
We
the
are done with friendship breakups. Essentially, they can be resolved.
Again.
Or
They can.
accept it for what it is and move on.
They can and they will.
Fight for. Can you fight for it?
Yeah, I would.
Would you fight for this one?
No, I wouldn't. For this one, no, but I'd fight for a friendship.
Would you
She's
fight
still a
for
good
ours?
person, though.
I guess sure. I'll try.
Oh!
I'm kidding. Yes, I would.
she's giving me back my
I'm kidding. I would.
Okay.
I would. I fight though.
Friendship breaks up essentially are very hard. I think we don't talk about them enough, and they really, really do affect us, and we don't really know how to handle them. And it's literally always just a learning curve, and there's no right way to do it. I will always say do what feels right for you. I don't think that's the best advice, but I think I will always say your happiness is the most important. So do what
Feels right?
makes you sleep at night.
So, yeah.
See you on the flip side.